What's going on? I'm so excited to be here. How is everyone? I like that. I love hearing the woo. So I got a question for you. Have you guys noticed that recently, well, yeah, for a little while now, I've noticed that there seems to be a little bit, a tiny bit of negativity in the world. Has anyone really noticed this? Like, how many of y'all know some people, actually don't raise your hands, but how many of us know some people that are just negative? I mean, we know these type of people, right? Who are they? The ones that complain and they decide that, you know, even something positive happens to them, they'll find that negative spin. Have you noticed this? Like, you just won $1 million and they're like, yeah, but taxes, right? Something like that. Or better yet, they walk into a room and the lights seem to flicker a little bit and dim. That's probably a sign. So I decided that I'm not going to be surrounding myself with these type of people. I want to surround myself with the super influencers, like all of us here, all of us watching. It's a decision-making process. And I mean, how many of you know people, maybe it's you, that you allow other people to rent space in your mind and you don't even charge them rent for it? Have you noticed that? It's like, wait a minute. So I made it my life's mission to literally transform my life by surrounding myself with the right type of individuals, those influencers that are out there. And my father instilled in me 4 just amazing initials, and here they are. In fact, write these down. NDSO, and it stands for No Drama, Serve Others. Now, if we just take that and embrace that and enhance that, it's amazing what life is all about. So what I'd like to do, I'd like to share with you 3 what I call assets to awesomeness techniques. I'm going to share 3 things that I do that really enhances my life, because let's face it, and enhances everyone's life around me, right? But let's face it, we're all habitual. We have these habits of attitudes. So with my company, we strive to help people harness their assets and turn them into awesomeness. So 3 points. Number one is decide to be awesome. Literally make that decision to enhance your life by saying you are awesome. And in fact, I was nicknamed, this is kind of funny, but I was nicknamed Mr. Awesome by a gentleman named Les Brown and Brian Tracy. Now, when both of them call you Mr. Awesome, you know what you do? You brand the heck out of that. But it's a decision-making process. For me, being awesome, I decide every morning I get up and I use, well, obviously I get up every morning. How many of y'all get up in the morning? Let's see, raise your hands. I get up every morning, I decide, I go to the mirror of success is what I call it, which is the mirror when I'm brushing my teeth, and I decide to take 60 seconds and I use the 60-second morning mirror. And I literally have a conversation with myself for 60 seconds. And it sounds like this. I'm the best. I am focused. I will succeed. I believe in myself. And I set high expectations. I will learn and grow every day. In fact, it turned into a creed that I hold and I hold on to it all the time. And I hang this in different parts of my homes. So it's like this. I got rid of 3 things out of my life years ago. I got rid of drinking coffee. I got rid of drinking alcohol. And I got rid of negativity. Those are the 3 things that I chose to get rid of. Some of you may want to, well, some of you are like 2 out of 3 is not bad. But the point is, pick what you're going to get rid of out of your life so you can be more successful. And that's what this is all about. It stands for that. So now I realize, look, I don't need coffee. I am my own coffee. Not only am I my own coffee, I actually am other people's coffee when I go and meet them. Does that make sense? Yeah. So utilize this. Number 2 is seek opportunities to help other people shine. Quick story. I'm in motor vehicles and I'm going to get one of my license plate plaques. Yes, it says Mr. Awesome on it, okay? So it's a custom plaque for one of my cars. And I head over to motor vehicles, and how many of y'all like motor vehicles? Answer is no, of course. So I go over there, and here I am thinking I'm gonna spend the whole day. And I look to my right, and there's a couple people at a desk. I'm like, oh, this is great, it's not that busy. And they're pointing over this way. So I look to my left, and immediately I'm already in the back of the line. Have you ever noticed a line that has another line that has another line? That's what it was my situation at this point. So I have 2 choices. Either I could stay or I could leave. Well, I ended up staying, obviously, because I'm telling you a story. So here I am at the back of the line, and I'm bored. This is me being bored. And then I have an idea. This is me having an idea. I tap the guy in the front, and he goes, what? High five. So he did. Cool. And I'm bored again. So then I have another idea. What? High five. But this time, pass it on. So he does. He literally passed it. You should have heard it. It was going all the way down this way, all the way back, behind the curtains, back over this way. It was the motor vehicle high five line that I started, guys. I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden I got this idea. I'm like, I want to get a high five back from the line I just started. So here I am. I'm waiting for it. I can hear it coming around, and I feel this shrug on my shoulder over here. And I turn to my left. Have you ever noticed someone or met someone who just looks completely mean, like they're ready to attack you? Here she was, arms crossed and everything, looking up at me, and she says, was that you who started this high five line? And I said, before I could answer, the guy next to me is going like this, push back. I said, so I'm like, yeah, I guess that was me. Is that okay? She says, no, this is motor vehicles, and it's supposed to be negative. I was like, you're kidding, right? She looks to the right and looks to the left, and she says, actually, I am kidding. I wanted to come over here and get a high five for myself because I've been having a bad day. Can I get one as well? You never know who's in front of you that really needs you. And what is your high five? Your high five could be something else, whatever that is. So I high-fived her really low so the cameras wouldn't get it. And she goes, what are you here for? And I said, well, I'm an inspirational speaker. I write a bunch of books on attitude. She goes, wait a minute. Are you Mr. Awesome? I said, yeah, how do you know about it? My whole staff have been waiting for who ordered Mr. Awesome license plates. I was like, awesome. She goes, give me your ID and just stand over here and I'll be right back. I was in and out of motor vehicles in 8 minutes flat, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, give it up for that. I know. Now I'm saying don't use that for evil, use that for good. But you never know who could utilize a high five from you or a hug or a kind gesture or something. Right? Just do it for them. Be that no drama, serve others individual. The third story I'd like to share with you and point is you need to pee every day. Yes, you have to pee every day. Now, hold on. You have to pee every day, meaning you have to P-E-A is the way I spell it. And what I'm talking about is you need to be positive, energetic, and what do you think the A stands for is? Awesome, exactly. So I'm going to share a quick story with you. I was in high school, as some of you all might have been as well, and you know, I went to high school, and I wasn't the cool kid in town or anything, or in the school. You know, I was bullied, I was picked on. Has anyone been bullied and picked on in the past? Yeah. So I ended up going to a new school. Okay, and from my pivot point was from sophomore year to junior year in high school. So I go over to this new school. Nobody knows me, which is great. I'm like, I could be anyone I want to be. So I go over to a friend of mine there, and he's like, hey, where are you going to college next year? And I said, well, I'm trying to get into this. I don't know if, but I got to tell you guys, my parents wanted me to get into this school. Everyone wanted me to get in. You know what didn't want me to get in? My grades, okay? No, I wanted to get in as well, but my grades. So I go over to my friend, and he says, you know, what are you going to do? And I said, I don't know. I'm not sure. Any ideas? He goes, well, you know, David over there, his father is the dean of the school you're trying to get into. I was like, perfect. I said, I should meet David then. Now, David's a jock. Me, not so much. And I was like, all right, I got to figure something out. So the next morning, I go to school, high school. Obviously, remember. So I go to high school, and there's David with a bunch of his friends and so forth, you know, and they're all jocks. They're all in the hallway just by their lockers. And so here's my bright idea. I walk by him, and all I did was this. I just started listening to what they were saying. And I can hear him and his friends talking about skiing. Now, I know here we're in Texas today. I realize that there's a lot of downhill skiers here in Texas. I realize that. So these guys, it was in the Northeast, and they're talking about skiing. So all I did was I walked around them, and I kept on saying things like, I love skiing. Skiing's my friend. Ski, ski, ski. You know, that's what I was doing. So finally, he looks over and goes, hey, what did you say over there? I said, oh, I was just talking to myself about skiing. He goes, that's so ironic. We were just talking about skiing. I'm like, no way, that's cool. He goes, are you good? I said, I'm awesome, right? Probably not a great idea to say that, but I did. He's like, oh, how awesome are you? I said, I'm as awesome can be. He's like, well, you got to come with us. We're going to go night skiing. By the way, first of all, I got a question. Who and why invented night skiing? Anyway, so here it is, night skiing. It's in the Northeast. It's in Vermont. and they're going to go on Wednesday night skiing. I'm like, I'm in. I always look forward to doing stuff like that. So he goes, great, I'll see you next week on Wednesday night. We'll see you there. I go, great. So I leave and I head over home and I said, Dad, can I borrow your credit card? He said yes. Well, I think he said yes. He was sleeping when I asked him. So I grabbed his credit card. I went over to this place called the Swiss Chalet. And I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm looking at the skis and the guy goes, the clerk, he says, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm looking for some skis. I want to do some downhill skiing and whatever you guys call it. And he said, well, how good are you? I said, I'm awesome. Probably not a great idea to tell this guy, but I did. He says, oh, how awesome. I said, awesome as awesome could be. He goes, great, you're in the wrong section. Let's go to the expert section. So we went over there. We got the the tallest skis that were the thinnest. He's like, which one do you want? Solomon, K2? I'm like, give me the best. K1s are better. Whatever I got. All right, so he ended up giving me these skis, and I got the boots. I got these. Oh, I got to tell you about the poles. The poles, in my opinion, they were broken. Here's the pole. Here are the poles. The poles had just a stick, but it was like this. It was bent. Have you guys seen these? With no straps. All right. So apparently, I thought they were like broken. He said, no, they're aerodynamic racing poles. I'm like, that seems inappropriate. Let's do that. So I got that. And then I picked up the goggles, right? I picked those myself. I'm very proud about that. So here I am, and I go up there. I kind of look like a snowman going up to the top of the hill, and or really it was a mountain. Black Diamond Mountain, by the way. I'm just telling you, okay? So if you guys are feeling nervous now, start feeling a little bit more nervous now. So here's what happened. I said, what's the worst that can happen, right? So I get up to the top, and David's there. And David says, oh, good, Erik, the newbie, you're here. Great, great timing. Erik, I'd like to introduce you to Coach. Coach Erik. I'm like, Coach? Is that your nickname? He says, hey, I heard you were up first, so you're up, man. I go, great, for what? He goes, come on, you're joking around, right? Let's do it. Apparently, I didn't tell you the title of the story is the time that Erik Swanson was trying out for the Vermont ski team, and I didn't know. It was slalom skiing on Black Diamond. So are you guys ready to go down this slope with me? Say yes. Well, let's do this. May I borrow this for 1 second? Thank you. Here's what happened. Thank you so much. Here's what happened. I decided, what is the worst thing that could happen? You guys got insurance for this studio? Here we go. I'm up first. I have two choices, either run or stick it out. Honestly, what's the worst thing that could, I could die, you're right. But this is what happened. I get up there. I got two broken poles. I got my goggles here. I put one broken pole right there. Another broken pole right there. Just leave it there for a second because they're standing on this ice. I used something called Breathe 33. I breathed in for 3 seconds, and I let it out for 3 seconds. Let's all try it. Go. It calmed me. Pull here, pull there. David's there. I hate you. There's a thing that's going across my leg here. I don't know what it was, but apparently you go through it. And there was a traffic light right there that's now turning yellow. And I see this time clock thing over here. And then I see this thing going down that way. And then a bunch of, I guess they're flags. I don't know what those things are. I'm going to do it. On 3. 1. 2, deep breath in. And 3, I made a big mistake and deep breath out right into my goggles. Took my poles and I went like this. And I left both poles at the top of the hill. And here I am, all goggled up. I can't see anything. My poles are flying everywhere. I'm going down this hill, and I'm like, what? By the way, from the bottom of the hill, this is what it looked like. It looked like, love you. who needs poles? And I was like a graceful dancer cruising down this hill. It was awesome. I was like, black diamonds, what's the problem with black diamonds? This is awesome. This is, man, fantastic. But in reality, I was cruising down and I was hitting my shoulders hurt afterwards. I hit every flag on the way down on this mogul course, okay? And then I heard that one of my poles flipped up and almost harpooned me on the way down. So here I am, I finally get all the way down and I'm on my back. And I couldn't see anything because the goggles were sideways. And all I heard was, I thought the voice of God. It was David, close son of God. So he's there. I'm on my back. He looks down. He grabs my hand. And he goes, holy crap! You're awesome! He goes, how did you do that? I said, I'm not sure. He goes, man, where are you going next year? You got to join the team. I go, fantastic. Just get me off of this slope. He says, where are you going to university next year? I said, well, I'm trying to get into this school. I gave him the business school I was trying to get into. And he says, oh my God, do you know my dad's the dean of that school? I'm like, no. He goes, would you like me to put a word in for you? I'm like, that'd be great. He goes, let me take those goggles back off. So we walked inside, and I think I passed out at that point. But I was on the team for exactly 1 week. But my point is, what are you allowing to stay in your way of succeeding in this amazing life? Change your assets into awesomeness. My name's Erik Swanson. Thank you very much.